Welcome back. There's breaking news for you. A complaint has been filed against BJP MP Sakshi Maharaj for allegedly making communal remarks in his speech. Congress leader Shehzad Poonawalla, in his complaint to the EC, has alleged that Sakshi Maharaj's hate speech was aimed at polarizing the electorate and violated the IPC Model Code of Conduct and the recent Supreme Court verdict illegalizing solidarization of votes on religious lines. We're joined by Congress leader Shehzad Poonawalla. Shehzad, what are the details which are there in your complaint to the EC? When was it filed? And since you've done these complaints before as well, I recall, what has been your experience about the EC's response and the action taken?
Well, the complaint that I've made against Sakshi Maharaj, who's an habitual offender, and he's made these statements in the past as well, basically asks the Election Commission and the Uttar Pradesh Police to take legal action against the MP for his hate speech. As you know that Model Code of Conduct is in place ever since elections were announced. And as you also know that this is a violation of IPC sections 153A, 153B, 295 and 505. So both the UP Police and the Election Commission should immediately take action, should not only arrest this MP, but the Election Commission must prohibit him. But unfortunately, in the past, when I've made such complaints against BJP leaders, including Parvesh Verma, Amit Shah, Yogi Adityanath, the Election Commission has only sent a notice and the Uttar Pradesh Police has never really taken it further. So I hope this time around the situation would be different.
Stay with us, Shehzad. We'll just make our viewers hear Sakshi Maharaj's controversial remarks once again.
देश में समस्याएं खड़ी हो रही जनसंख्या के कारण, उसके लिए हिंदू जिम्मेदार नहीं है। जिम्मेदार वो हैं जो 4 बीवी और 40 बच्चों की बात करते हैं। जिम्मेदार वो हैं जो हम कह रहे हैं, जो ये कहते हैं 4 बीवी 40 बच्चे। हम कहते हैं 4 बीवी 40 बच्चे नहीं चलेंगे, नहीं चलेंगे, नहीं चलेंगे। अब नहीं, तुम 4 करो 6 करो, तुम्हारी मर्जी यार। हमने तो कहना था वो कह दिया, लेकिन 4 बीवी 40 बच्चे चलने का समय नहीं रहा। माताओं का ये मशीन थोड़ा ही है। इन माताओं का सम्मान होना चाहिए, चाहे हिंदू हो चाहे मुसलमान हो।
Shehzad Poonawalla is still with us on live. Shehzad, I want to ask you this question. We had reported this issue in our previous bulletin, and unfortunately, while we had spokespersons from your party, from the JDU, none of them were committal about just what will be the kind of action that they will take. Don't you think that there is a bit of religious and communal politics that play out here? Because many parties, in a sense, do not want to come out in the open and take on somebody like Sakshi Maharaj.
Well, I think anybody who adheres to the Nehruvian branch of secularism should be foremost in taking this up with the legal authorities and to make sure, where, irrespective of what the electoral outcome is, this statement by Sakshi Maharaj needs to be condemned and needs to be legally penalized. I mean, I don't think anybody should be stepping behind taking action on this, and therefore I filed this petition, and I hope that the Election Commission will take action. But I also want to make this point that whenever elections are closed in Uttar Pradesh, whether it's by polls or whether it's the assembly polls now, the BJP leaders from Parvesh Verma, Amit Shah, Yogi Adityanath, Sakshi Maharaj, Sanjeev Balyan, they make these statements. We have seen Muzaffarnagar riots taken place. We've seen Sadhvi Jyoti and the rest of these people being felicitated by the Prime Minister, not being condemned and removed by the Prime Minister. So if the Prime Minister is serious about Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, he must not tolerate such kind of leaders and he must remove these leaders at once. But he does not.
Okay, let's also go back to this particular portion which I want our viewers to listen to. We did get a chance to speak to Sakshi Maharaj, where I tried asking him the rationale behind his comments, just why was he making such comments, and this is what he had to say.
जिस कार्यक्रम में गया था, प्योर संतों का कार्यक्रम था, संत समागम था। वहाँ किसी भी पार्टी का कोई परिंदा तक नहीं था, केवल साधु महात्मा थे। और उस साधु महात्माओं के सम्मेलन में मैंने केवल ये कहा था कि हिंदुस्तान में 132 करोड़ की आबादी हो गई, आबादी बढ़ रही है, जनता और जमीन नहीं बढ़ रही, इसलिए ये आवश्यकता है कि सभी दलों को दलगत राजनीति से ऊपर उठकर इस पर विचार करना चाहिए और कोई समान कानून बनाना चाहिए, चाहे बच्चा 1 हो चाहे 2 हो चाहे कोई ना हो, कोई नया कानून बनना चाहिए। क्या अपराध कर दिया मैंने? कौन सी राजनीति की वहाँ, कौन से वोट मांगे मैंने? आज के युग में आप चाहते हैं कि 3 तलाक समीचीन है, आज के युग में आप चाहते हैं कोई 4 बीवी 40 बच्चे पैदा करे, आप चाहते क्या है?
Okay, we're now joined by Deputy Editor Brijesh Pandey. Brijesh, we were discussing last time around that it's now an issue which, many opposition parties do not want to go beyond the point in pushing. But now with Shehzad Poonawalla actually filing and in a sense lobbing the ball in the court of the Election Commission, answer this for our viewers. In the past also, as you told us, that this isn't for the first time. We've seen these comments in the past as well. What's been the record of the EC when dealing with such complaints?
Well, EC will first issue the notice, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of action EC takes, because in the backdrop of the verdict given by Supreme Court, where it's prohibited of using religion to ask for vote, what kind of action EC takes against Sakshi Maharaj? Because if you hear his whole soundbite carefully, in the end he tried to mollify or to try to dilute his acerbic speech by saying that, that women are not a baby-making machine, be it a Hindu or a Muslim. So we are basically issuing this thing in the wider support of women folk. So he's trying to sort of mollify it, but this is not the first time we have seen Sakshi Maharaj making these kind of utterances. In the past also, we have seen him making equally controversial statements, and then unfortunately there has been no condemnation by the BJP leadership, apart from as again issuing usual customary notices, of which we see no light at the end of the day, in the sense that no action is taken based on those notices. So basically it's just a ploy of saying that we have sent a notice to the errant member of parliament and we are waiting for the response. Unfortunately, the response never comes. Jugal?
Okay. All right, that's it. We are running short on time. Deputy Editor there, Brijesh Pandey, thank you for joining us, and thank you Shehzad Poonawalla from the Congress Party also for bringing in your perspective.